The Dating Show, brought to you by olderdatingonline.com.
In this edition of The Dating Show, we're talking about decisions and also instant attraction. Any thoughts on that, Debbie, before we hear from a life coach and psychologist?
Instant attraction. Well, it's very common, isn't it? My dad saw my mum in a fairground and he was instantly attracted to her and thought that was the woman he wanted to marry. He did go on and do that, but they were about the least compatible people you could imagine. However, it was good for me they got together.
Why was it good for you?
Rod?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm with you. So your mum was in a fairground. What was she doing? Was she doing the goldfish and all that sort of stuff?
She was at the fairground enjoying herself.
Oh, I thought she was I thought she was part of the travelling community.
No, she wasn't, no.
Okay, right. Now, anyway, a new poll shows that men are twice as likely as women to make a decision straight away. That's according to a new survey of 2,000 people about their decision-making skills. The research also found that over 40% of men make up their minds about a relationship sooner compared to less than a third of women. Now let's hear from life coach and psychologist Cliff Arnold.
Whether we like it or not, we're thinking all the time about, and this assumes that you're not, happily with, with someone. You're thinking about the kind of person you want in your life. Now, there's a lovely romantic element to that when men meet women, and we're just talking about heterosexual relationships here. So it's like 4 out of 10 on the same day go, "This is the woman I want to be with." It's basically that woman has matched what the guy has in his head and in his heart. The trouble is when people meet is that they're not the person who they really are. So they wear masks. They give good impressions, favourable impressions, and the number of stories I hear is every day of someone's, in inverted commas, behave themselves for the first 3 to 6 months, and then they can't sustain it anymore, and then they become their real self is revealed. So it's a lovely thing, but I want to add a fairly big word of caution, really, to those men, and to some extent the women as well. It's lesser, but there's some of them are still doing it as well. Is to kind of watch out, let your gut be involved in the decision as well as your heart.
In terms of decisions, what tips would you give? Perhaps maybe one tip for a man and one tip for a woman. You've said a caution for men. Yeah,
it's really this research makes it very easy to reach a conclusion. So it's for men to take a step back, slow down a little, and consider the fact that there may be other options. And for women is to start kind of bigging themselves up a little bit and increasing their confidence to say, you know what, you've done the thinking and you've gone through the scenarios maybe many, many times, and you don't need to be 98, 99% sure. If you're 80, 85%, that will be good enough. So I would encourage women to be a bit more risky, and I mean that in the proper sense. This is not about being impulsive or being more confident, being bolder. And then for men is to back off from the rush and to consider the other options.
I think he's dead right. Lie back and consider the options.
Consider the options. Do you have options, Rod?
Yeah, I go through life all the time. I look at women, I go, yes, no, yes, yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Sounds like a dance. Quick, slow.
What do you think about what he said?
I think it's cool, but there's I've heard psychologists say that we're often attracted to the problems in the other person that gel with our own issues. Attraction is apparently a subconscious thing, and for the subconscious, familiarity is key. So,
I think he's right about the gut decision.
Okay.
I think, when you're making big decisions, your gut always, I don't know.
Unless you've had a curry or something.
Go back to your gut decision. It's often right.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I'm not sure. I have to take a little bit more time to decide.
But do you normally go back to your gut decision about somebody? You go, I like them, I don't like them, initially, and then you change your mind or you don't? Do you tend to go back to your original decision?
I've experienced both ways. I've had a gut decision that I didn't like somebody and then learnt out later that actually they were a very nice person. So I'm afraid I'm stuck on the fence. I don't know.
The Dating Show, brought to you by olderdatingonline.com.